Hello there, luxury 5-star hotel. I'd like to book a stay here for 3 nights, please. Wonderful, sir. That will be $5,000. Yeah, that's about $5,000 more than I have in my bank account. I think you meant to say that this was free? No, this is $5,000. Are you paying with cash or card? You got me. I totally should have mentioned that I'm actually using the points from my credit card and this certificate for a free night.
Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is John of John's Finance Tips, and today we're talking about how you could potentially use just a couple of credit card sign-up bonuses to land yourself a $5,000 stay at a luxury resort for free. And allow me to cut to the chase. The cards, or rather I guess card we are talking about is none other than the American Express Hilton Aspire. In the points and miles community, this is a card that packs some real punch. But outside of the points and miles community, I don't think enough people know about it. So hopefully, after today's video, you're convinced as to why not only should you have the card, but also how to use the card to land yourself a free vacation. The only caveat to today's video guide is that it works best when you have a player too. Meaning, if you have a spouse, a girlfriend, boyfriend, somebody who's also willing to play the game. Now, they don't have to fully participate in that, they don't have to manage their card. You could, if they're down, manage their card for them. However, that said, you're not disqualified if there's only one person interested in the card. You can still get some crazy outside benefit, but to get the most bang for your buck, you're gonna want to have a player 2 in the game. But you don't absolutely need one, and unfortunately, this video isn't one about finding a player 2. We're gonna have 2 sections to the video. The first section is an overview of the American Express Hilton Aspire, where we're going to talk about the sign-up bonus, the earnings, the benefits, as well as the annual fee. In the second part of the video, I'm going to show you how I would take the points that we're going to earn, as well as the benefits, to flip for an amazing vacation over in one of my favorite tropical destinations in the world, the Maldives. But of course, you can apply these same principles anywhere else. So if that sounds like a plan, pop a squat, tap the little thumb icon, and if you'd like to support my channel in any way, I would truly appreciate it. You can feel free to check out any of my affiliate links in the description box below. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Sign up bonus. This card comes with a 150,000 point sign up bonus after you spend $4,000 within the first 3 months. Now, don't go jumping for joy because you see something over 100,000. Again, in the points and miles community, Hilton points aren't exactly worth the most. And so even though this is a really elevated, in fact, I think it's the highest sign-up bonus we've ever seen publicly available, it's still not quite as valuable as, say, if it was getting 150,000 from just a Chase card or 150,000 just from an American Express card. Keep that in mind. Regardless though, this is still an incredibly elevated sign-up bonus. In a later section, we'll talk about how to leverage these points along with some other goodies in order to pull off a stay worth thousands of dollars paying next to nothing. Earnings. This card will earn 14 points for every single dollar you spend at hotel or resorts that are part of the Hilton portfolio. It will also earn 7 points for every single dollar that you spend booking flights either direct with an airline or through Amex Travel, and 7 points per dollar spent booking car rental directly through the car rental companies. You earn 7 points per dollar spent on dining purchases and 3 points per dollar spent everywhere else. Now onto the benefits, and that's where this card absolutely crushes it. So the first benefit is a $250 hotel credit. You stay at a Hilton, you charge things off using your Hilton Aspire card, you'll get a $250 statement credit every single year. The card also offers you a diamond status complimentary. Diamond status, if you didn't know, is Hilton's top tier status for folks who have stayed 60 nights or more with Hilton in a year. By way of just having the card though, you automatically get it. And that will then qualify you for things like free daily breakfast, for room upgrades that might include suites, and you also get access to places that have executive lounges. This is such an amazing benefit just by way of having a credit card and not really doing much else. This next benefit is really what makes this card just completely overpowered and something that everyone should pay attention to, and it's the fact that by way of having this card, every single year, you will get a free night award. What that means is it's kind of like a certificate, and you can book rooms with it, like any room. No category restriction. Not really much of a blackout date. You can use it any day of the week. It's absolutely incredible. Later section, I'll go into more specifics of the award and how to redeem it, but just know that this type of award certificate does not exist on other hotel credit cards. Marriott, Hyatt, IHG, Choice. If they give you any sort of free award stay, there's always like a limit of, oh, it's valued up to 50,000 points a night, 80,000 points a night. With Hilton, you can use it any property, and that's what allows for us to hack it for some incredible outsized value. This card will offer you Priority Pass Select membership, So if you didn't know what that was, Priority Pass is giving you access to all these airport lounges around the world. You can have free food, there's free drinks, sometimes there might be something like a day bed or even a shower if you're in the Middle East or in Asia, but regardless, it elevates your travel experience. You get it for free just by way of having this card. Just make sure you enroll. And the card will also offer you one of my favorite benefits from American Express, which is return protection. Basically, you buy an item, within 90 days, if you want to return the item, but the merchant doesn't take it back, you can file a claim with American Express and they will reimburse up to $300 per claim, with a max of $1,000 of claims in a given year. And I love American Express's return protection because of the fact that everything is consolidated and it's easy. You don't have to go to a MasterCard or Visa, unlike some of the other premium travel cards. Now onto annual fee. The card does come with a pretty steep annual fee of $450. However, remember, you get a $250 Hilton credit if you use the card saying at Hilton Properties. And given that it's a Hilton credit card, I assume you will say at Hilton Properties. So effectively, we can take out the $250 and in effect, you would only pay $200 a year to have this card. Now, some of you are probably still thinking, yeah, it's still kind of steep, which I don't disagree. All right, and now we're on to the potatoes and potatoes of the video. So if you have a player 2, here's where you want to pay attention. What you want to make sure you're doing is, A, you can hit the sign-up bonus. So if there's 2 people getting these cards, you're gonna have to spend $8,000 within 3 months, if you're getting it all within a month. And I would actually recommend that because of the fact that these free night award certificates, they expire after 12 months. So you wanna be in a cycle in which you have 2 free night award certificates available to you in one time versus you apply, 6 months later, player 2 applies, and then these award certificates might not be expiring at the same time and it's just off cycle. So I would recommend you actually apply as closely as you possibly can, but keep in mind you're gonna have to spend a higher threshold. However, you hit the higher threshold, you're gonna get 300,000 Hilton points after your $8,000 to spend across 2 cards. In addition, you'll get another 10,000 because right now I believe if you refer your player 2, you'll get 10,000 Hilton points. So 310,000 plus the $8,000 to spend. But remember, if you spend $8,000, you're gonna get 3 points per dollar spent everywhere. So 8,000, multiply that by 3, we get 24,000. So you're gonna be able to earn 334,000 points after 8K spent within 3 months. So now with your 334,000 points in hand, in addition to your 2 free night award certificates, let's talk about those free night award certificates and some of the limitations. First thing you wanna note is they're valid only for standard rooms. So suites or premium rooms don't qualify. But the same token, as long as there's a standard room available, you're good to book. And sometimes Hiltons have more than just one set of standard rooms. You're actually gonna have some choice within the type of room booking you get for free. Second thing to note is there aren't really any blackout dates. You can pretty much book Monday through Sunday as long as there's a standard room availability. You can use the free night award certificate at nearly all Hilton properties. Now, there are some exceptions, but for the most part, like all the aspirational properties qualify, so you're good to go there. They do expire after 12 months of issue, and typically after you get the sign-up bonus and open up the card, they say it's like 8-ish weeks to get it. People have reported getting them within the first month, but there's gonna be a little bit of variability. As long as you're getting it close enough to player 2 though, you should be good to have 2 within the same 30-day window. And the last thing to note is it's a bit annoying, but you can't actually just book using your free night award certificate. You have to call somebody on a phone to book it. I know it's a little bit old school, but for having the most valuable free night certificate available on the marketplace, period, I think it's something that we can live with. With that being said, let's dive into 3 potential award bookings that you can get. Instead of spending thousands, you'll just use your free nights. The first destination we're looking at is the Seychelles. Seashells? Seychelles, seashells by the seashore. Anyway, in here, we're just gonna go ahead and pop open the Hilton Award Search. And what I really like about this is you can do a flexible view. So it's just telling you right now, you've got a couple of options available. And look at here, this property specifically called the Mango House in the Seychelles, is $110,000 for a standard room and there's availability. So we click into that and see we can either spend 110,000 points per night for a room, or we could spend $690 or so converted from euro. However though, because this is a standard room available, we can apply our free night. So we could apply 1 free night award certificate, we could book another night using 110,000 points, and then we can apply a 3rd free night award certificate. And because you'll probably have to do separate bookings if it's a player 1 plus a player 2, you could then call the hotel to try to combine the booking so that you're able to keep the same room for those 3 nights. If instead we didn't use free nights or points, we could shell out about $2,100 for these 3 nights. For the second booking, let's go to some place that at least I have been to and I probably know how to pronounce correctly, and that's the Maldives. This is probably an aspirational booking for a lot of people because hotels and resorts out here, especially the good ones, cost a lot of money. But using the points from this card plus a player 2, you could get away with 3, potentially up to 4 nights in the Maldives. So we'll go ahead and pull up the search for the Maldives, and the first property we'll take a look at is the Conrad. And I absolutely love Hilton's award search because it's so easy to navigate. Taking a look at September, you've got wide open availability for a standard room. Even though it's 120,000 points, doesn't matter. You can use your free night certificate. So let's go ahead and click into here. And we can see here at the Conrad, you actually have 2 options. You can either opt for a beach villa or a sunrise water villa. I'm going water all day, but that's a cool thing to note. Even though there's a difference in the cash value of both of them, because they're both seen as standard rooms, you can use your free night certificate for either, or my recommendation is go for the sunrise water villa. So instead of spending $736 a night, I would just use 2 of my free night award certificates. Then I would book the rest on points, 240,000 points. There you go. 4 nights at the Conrad in the Maldives instead of spending well over $2,400. And the third property we'll look at is also going to be in the Maldives. And this one is definitely cream of the crop in terms of aspirational property bookings. Taking a look at this chart here, we see that we have the Waldorf Astoria coming in at a whopping 150,000 points a night. Remember earlier how I said don't get so excited about this sign-up bonus from the Hilton card? Because you can see here, just the sign-up bonus alone would only be enough for 1 free night. Crazy, but regardless, we've got player 2, we got free night certificates, we're gonna go ahead and make this work. So we go ahead and click in and we see that the only villa available to book on standard points is gonna be the King Reef Villa with a pool. That's crazy to me that that is like a standard room to book and not some premium ultra luxury room, but anyway, that's not for me to decide. So you click in here and you can see, you can either spend 150,000 points a night, or you could just spend a casual $1,726 a night. I'm gonna go with the points. So in this particular instance, I was able to find award availability for 3 nights. And so how I would structure is a free night certificate, another free night certificate, plus a point booking, and there you have it. 3 nights at the Waldorf Astoria in the Maldives, which at a cash basis is well over $5,000, but all you spent was, well, just the effective annual fees for the card, which would have been $400 over 2 cards. I think I would take that deal any given day. And that's a wrap on today's video. Hopefully that was helpful, folks. Comment down below for me if you have either of these cards, if you're looking at either of these cards, and are tropical vacations something interesting to you? Because the funny thing I found when I went to the Maldives was the fact that it's cool, but you're kind of also isolated to the resort. So if you're not like a resort vacationing type of person or couple, they might not actually be it for you. However, if you love resorts and just chilling and vibing, then they would be it for you all day. And again, folks, if you'd like to support my channel in any way, you can feel free to check out any of my top card offers as well as affiliate links in the description box below, and I'll catch y'all next video. Peace!